Assalamu alaikum and welcome. We have started new series of Etabs, how to model a structure of a building and how do analysis of the building. So let me uh, do the introduction of Etabs. So first of all, let's we start what is purpose of Etab, why we are using. Etab is actually a structural analysis and designing software for high-rise buildings. Mainly, it's used by engineers, mainly primarily by structure engineers, and it's used for the high skyscrapers and high-rise buildings. And you can do a complex analysis of the building in different modes and on different serviceability, required serviceability. So it's a very easy and time saving software. If you do manually before Etab, it will take for the structure engineers, it's very difficult to make the analysis and interpret the results. Now using Etabs, it's a game of half an hour to do the accurate and most probable model of the structure. So you can garbage in garbage out formula is there. If you analysis and you have input results are okay, so you can get the results of desired results and accurate results. So this is all about Etabs. Now what's the difference between Etab SAFE? SAFE is generally using for structure analysis, maybe building for and maybe other structure, and it can be used in the other than civil engineering fields. So the concept is same, but Etab is just a that a specific purpose for only buildings, only frame structures. So you can do in Etabs. So let me start the video from the beginning. This is the interface of Etab. So first of all, you need to make sure the units. Let me click the new model. If you click the new model, this icon will be appear. Unit setting US. I make it metric. Okay, SI. And this is all about your concrete code design. So if you are a structure engineer, you should know about these ACI codes. Just click here, okay. When you click here, there are too many other options there. So let me check the structure or building which I am going to analysis and design. First, structure architectural grid will be defined. Columns will be mentioned in the architectural drawing. So you need to analysis in Etab. Structure engineer will analysis the structure by already prepared or designed by the client or designed by the architect through client. So you need to check first the drawing, and on the basis of that drawing you can model here. So all these points I will mention after the review of the desired drawing. So let me review the desired drawing. This is my building. I need to model this building and design this building in Etabs. So this is my X grid. This okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where you see the column line, you need to put the grid line. So my expected column line in this one, in this time I have column detail is not given. So I just assume that the column may be possible on this line. So this is Y grid number 1. So you can check here. So here may be column line 2. Here may not be column because this is bathroom washroom. So this may not also column. So I don't consider this in grid. Okay. This maybe I will not put here column. I will not put column surely because I put here column. So grid 3 in Y direction 1, 2 3, x direction 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, this is all about grid line, how to draw grid lines. So you need to remember that this is on x direction we can put 6 numbers, and y direction we can put uh, 3 numbers. If we have two-story buildings, you consider that if you have two-story building. So let me show in the interface of Etab. Just open new university SI. Okay, just click OK. In x direction, how many? I have already told you that 6 number of grid required. In y direction, how much? 3 number of grid required. So in x direction spacing, you can put a default 3 because all spacing are equal 3. Individual you cannot put here now. In y direction, I also put 3, and number of story. If I put number of story here, 4 means 4th number of story. I put here number of story 2. Here I just because my this house, the specific house I am going to design is two-story building. So typical story height I just put 3.1, and bottom story same 3.1. It's up to you. And here is grid only, blanket, and there are many options, so I will go with grid only one. Here you can change the grids. Okay, you can grid x direction will be id a, y direction will be 1. Okay, okay. Now your grid is defined. Let me check the also the my intended drawing. So first room is here 10 feet 9 inch. So I need to convert all these into meters because I already use metric system SI unit. So let me first convert it into metric here. Okay, this 3 cross 4 and this 2 cross 3 and this 2 cross 3. Okay, so that it become 1. Okay, is 2.5 this one, and this you can decide this one. So let me change the grid, modify grid. Okay, here you can modify in the x direction. So just 3 meter, then I have to displacement method 3, I called 2 2 3. Okay, 2 3. Okay, this 3. Now here in y direction this will be, let me do first one be 4, no, first will be 2, second will be 4. Okay, so okay. Now how many grid lines we have along the x direction? 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, this is our one bedroom, and this is other drawing room, and this is washrooms and open kitchen we have, and this is our staircase, this is lobby. So we are nearly in this is normally a tutorial, so we have to model, and we have to check how to model these drawings in Etabs. Okay, so This is all about how to modify grid. So here, this is modify grid line and modify grid system. Okay, G1, G2. Okay, so just here cancel. Base story. Let me put base story is a minus 1.2. This will be from finished floor level minus 1.2. My footing will be rest on below the reference point is 1.52. Okay, 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 okay. So this is all about the grid lines, how to do the grid line and the purpose of grid line. Now we have to define, as we have discussed already in SEP 2000 videos, we have to discuss and uh, define the frame elements. So we should do the material properties first. Material properties, section properties. So today video we will cover both material properties and section properties. So rest of the video, the points features will be discussed in the upcoming videos. So let me do the first material properties. Here is some default materials already there in SAP Etabs. So you just click here and you can delete also these materials, or you can modify this material, or you can add new material. I just add new material, user. This should be concrete and okay. Here the concrete properties is here. So I call it class C28. Okay. It's up to you and your mixed design, which mixed design you have. Normally RCC concrete should be greater than 3000 psi. So normally class A concrete is using for RCC structure. Material type is concrete isotropic, okay. And here is density of, this is a default, this is okay. And mass per unit volume is okay. Unit weight and mass per unit volume is density, both are same. Elastic, this should be same. Poisson ratio 0.5 and thermal coefficient of thermal exchange, it's okay. Shear modulus, okay. Here if you have this, you can put here, you can get okay. So just okay. C28 concrete you already achieved. Now you add new material, user defined rebars, because we are doing RCC concrete, so we are both discussing reinforcement and concrete, so we should choose rebar. Just click at rebar. So rebar, I call it a grade G60 rebar, and here is unit weight, and here is this grid modified design properties, grade 60 already, and this is 420. So normally its design purpose as default is okay, you can put 420. Okay, okay, okay. Now your material, because I am modeling in this tutorial about RCC frame structure, multi-story building, which is framed by RCC and designed by material RCC. So reinforcement and concrete are a very important material. So we already defined both of them. So let me go again define, and section properties, frame section, because I already told you I'm discussing frame structure. So just shift and click down and select R. Here you should go and filter concrete, T, concrete circle. Okay, concrete engagement, concrete rectangular. Okay, here is concrete rectangular, two materials. I just add new material, concrete material. Okay, I call it beam B1, B1. So here you put, I put for initially or the requirement of the architectural or the requirement of the structural. So I just first initially put the depth of beam should be 600 mm, and the width I am putting because I try to use the West economical section 300. As much as my section is thin or my section is less depth, its surface, its cross section area will be less and less material will be used. So that section will be the most economical section, but we need and we keep considering the safety also. If the structure that element or member is failed during analysis, so it's economical but not safe. So we should not compromise on the safety. Thank you. So just I click here, show section properties. Okay, this is all about the section properties. Okay, and modify section. Okay, modify reinforcement. You should put grade 60 here, and this is beam. Okay, if you click beam here, it will automatically disappear all the reinforcement detail from this surface. Then you click here, C28. Okay, again you click here, add new property, rectangular, and you can define many size of beams, because when you saw that your one beam is failed, so you can go with other. So let me do the column C01, let's suppose, and concrete already I have defined C28. How? Before I should go here, I try 300 cross 300. Here is designing column, longitudinal, grade 60, 60, ties, reinforcement, configuration, ties, checks. So longitudinal bar areas, longitudinal number is 3, this should also be 3. And you need to confine bar size is 10. Okay, this longitudinal bar you can use 20 or 25, whatever you get from the market. Just click OK and click OK. So your material defined and your section property already defined. So now you have to apply your column first, then your beams. Okay, I am at the top story here. Because if I click here, at the right side you can see some highlight line there. Just I click here. If I go there, I can check the highlight line here. So this is, if you are at the 3D view or plan, you can check or find out your position on the right side window. So just click here. Here are too many options. This is called drawing tools, and this is called menu bar. From menu bar, what's your requirement about modeling of building, you can learn one by one, not at once, but you can learn one by one. Wait and learn. So here is draw quick columns. Just click here. One dialog box open here. So you just click, go and change the property, not B1, C1. I am going to apply this column. This should be continuous angle, offset, etc. So you can yes, continuous. Okay, if you put here, you can put manually like this, or you can put like this. Okay, this is two type of selection, but I put like this. Here I'm not using column here applying, so I use column in all my grids. So this is column already defined. You need to come out from command, click here and select this one and delete press. These two columns are not my requirement, just I have deleted that, that's why I have deleted. And you see here, just click here and check this one and extrude frame. Okay, so your column are just up to this point. So what should you do? Just I will show you, this was one story, you need to all story. Okay, and click all these columns and delete. Okay, again select, because this is your, if you have the beginners, you need to make this practice again and again, so it will help you to model your structure or building very accurately, and your model will be free of errors. Just click here and select all. Now you can see your model is already these all. If I go with similar all stories, it will provide you the column to your base point. Okay, so this is your base point. Okay, so you just come out by pressing escape and select, no, and selecting these two columns, just delete it, and here is -2. Okay, so here you can see my base point footing is here, and I am just at my footing level, and I need to put some plinth beam here. What should I do? I need to add one story more here in this position, in this line. Okay, in zero reference line is called as a base point or some floor point, whatever. So I just again select all. Okay, assign joint restraints, select all. This is a fixed joint. Okay, now this become fixed. But you see, this is all story. That's why I'm again and again repeating, you should be care about your modeling process. Just select again, select all and delete. Again you go, if you are here, your quick column option will be on. Just click and you need to change the frame and go with C1 and select, no, no, column 1, column, go with column. Okay, C1, select, delete. Then now come to here and change one story, and now you have to change your story for selection. Go down, down. Now you can select and replace your joint restraint. Okay,